Hey y'all, Josh here today, aka the world's greatest dad, and what you're looking at here is the BCAN BT4 Rebounder Trampoline. And today we're going to unbox and assemble this bad boy, take a detailed close look at it, show you how to put it together, and see if it might be something you need to pick up as well. So with that being said, let's get it. So let's go ahead and start at the beginning. When you pick this up, it's going to show up on your doorstep in a box just like this. Let's get her opened up, check it out. Now here is everything that came inside the box, including our single frame rebounder itself, handlebar setup, instruction manuals, tool to change out the bungees, phone holder to go on your handlebar, legs, all the tools, screws, nuts, and bolts you'll need to assemble, a couple pair of non-slip socks, a few extra black bungees, and a whole set of green heavy-duty bungees as well. A very thorough instruction manual here showing you all of your trampoline's part list. A nice guide to set up your trampoline with the correct number of green and black bungee cords so it fits your unique weight and the bounce style that you want. Then we'll go ahead and get into our assembly instructions. Since this is a one-piece frame, we basically just have to put our legs and our handlebar on if we want to use that. Next, it shows us exactly how to install or change out the bungee cords. And on the back of this, you'll see it comes with a nice 1-year warranty as well as customer support information. Now, before we go ahead and put the legs on this, I do want to point out a couple of cool features about the BT4. Number one, you're going to see that this is a solid single piece bouncing surface right here. And number two, it's also got all of the black bungees already pre-installed. So this thing really cuts down a lot of installation time compared to some other BCAN models, where all we have to do is put on the legs, put on the actual handlebar if we want to use that, and we're ready to start jumping. Now, installation of the legs is going to be super simple. All we're going to go ahead and use is these screws right here, some spring washers, and some regular washers. Now to install, we'll simply slide our leg on with the holes matching up. We'll take our screw right here and we'll go ahead and put our spring washer on first, then our flat washer, and now we'll go ahead and hand tighten this. And now they give us this little two-sided tool, kind of Allen wrench thing that we can use to finish it off. And now we'll repeat that on the other ones. Now to install our handlebar, you're going to see there's 2 holes on the side as well as 1 on the front. That's just going to slide in there. You'll see those holes line up, and that will screw directly into the frame. And to do this, we're going to go ahead and use these longer screws right here. We still have 3 of these washers and 3 of the flat washers as well. And then we have these little cap nuts here too. Now we'll go ahead and stick 2 of our longer bolts through. Put on our 2 flat washers, our 2 spring washers, and now our 2 cap nuts. Now we'll go ahead and use the wrench and the Allen tool they provided us and get this all tightened up. And now we'll take our last bolt and 2 washers and go ahead and secure this part into the frame. All right, now we'll go ahead and install our adjustable handlebar piece. That's just going to go right in here to the frame. They give us this little loosening knob here too. And so we're just going to go ahead and screw this in first. Not too tight. And now we can go ahead and put this in, and it's got 5 different adjustments depending on what height. You simply pull this out, get it to where you want, and it locks into place. You want to move it, you can go ahead and just pull this little lever out. Makes it super easy to adjust depending on what height that you want. And now to put on our handlebar, we'll go ahead and take our last 2 little screws right there and attach this to the frame. Now we got 2 holes on the handlebar, 2 holes here on the frame, so we'll go ahead and just match those up and hand tighten the screws and finish up with our tool. Now at this point you're good to go, but they do also provide you with this optional phone holder. So let's go ahead and put this bad boy on as well. Now to do that, we're going to go ahead and unscrew this bottom piece right here. Take that completely out. Now inside this thing, you're going to see that there's 2 different pieces of rubber. There's a smaller piece and there's a larger piece, or there's just the plastic. Now, if you put this thing or attach it with just the plastic, it's gonna be a little too loose, but if you go ahead and use this bigger rubber, it's gonna be a little too tight. So that's gonna make this kind of smaller piece of rubber just about right. So we'll go ahead and put that on there, slide this around. Now we'll go ahead and take this piece here and just screw this back in. Now we'll go ahead and take our phone mount, and you'll see one side is solid, the other side goes up. Kind of a cool thing, this does expand for really large phones, and you can even hold it up there and then put it in the lock position to kind of lock it in and just unlock it right there. I'm gonna go ahead and just turn this over, and we're gonna loosen this piece completely off. And we're gonna go ahead and take this piece and slide it underneath here and try to get it lined up, and we will insert that screw again, and we're just gonna tighten this piece down. And there you have it. And here's what your BCAN BT4 Rebounder looks after it is all put together. All in all, super simple process. Only took me about 10 minutes. Definitely the fastest rebounder that I've ever put together. Now, right out of the box, without making any bungee adjustments, let's go ahead and test this thing out. Now, I am 6 foot, 225 pounds for reference. Let's see how this thing hops. Oh yeah, baby. Not bad. And once again, the handlebar actually has 5 different adjustment levels, which you can set it at the very shortest, and that's going to be just 28 inches tall off the surface of the trampoline. And that's about the height that's going to be. Obviously pretty low for somebody that's 6 feet tall. Now we'll go ahead and move it up 5 notches, which is going to make it 36 inches tall. Now again, 36 inches from the trampoline surface itself. Pretty good for just some small hops. If you are jumping really high, obviously still seems a little bit low, but definitely nice for a little extra stability. Now this thing definitely doesn't feel shaky or wobbly or anything. I just want to point out kind of these rubber foot grips that go on each of the legs, giving you a nice, solid, wide surface that kind of grips to the ground. And we'll go ahead and give you a little ground level view so you can just see kind of how solid this is, not really hopping around. Definitely feels stable on it. Now right out of the box, this thing was definitely jump ready for me at 6 foot, 225 pounds. But let's go ahead and chat about how you can kind of adjust this and tweak it to get exactly how you want it. Now, they do provide you with a bunch of these green bands as well as all these black ones. The black ones are going to be your lighter duty. These are 8 millimeters, and the green ones are going to be more heavy duty. They're going to be 9 millimeters. Now, if you get the 40-inch trampoline like we have here, there's going to be a total of 36 bands all the way around the frame. And if you get the 48-incher, there's going to be a total of 42 bands all around the frame. So let's go ahead and show you how to change these things out. Once again, we're going to go back to the instruction manual just to kind of give you some guidelines. Obviously, with all the black bands, all 36 on here, that's going to be our softest bounce. Now, it kind of gives us some other options here. So if we wanted more of a medium bounce, we could go 28 of the black bands and 8 of the green bands. Or if we wanted a much stronger bounce, we could go all the way up to 20 of the green bands and 16 of the blacks. Now, to remove the bungees, we use this tool here. And to add the new ones, we're going to go ahead and use this tool here. Now, to go ahead and remove one of my bungees, I'll go ahead and just hook this tool around here and unhook. And to put on our new green one, I'll go ahead and snap that in. Now I'm going to take this tool right around here and simply pull that, and that snaps into place. Now, I don't want to make this thing too much stiffer, so I'm going to go ahead and just install 6 of these green ones, and I'm going to kind of evenly spread them out. As we go ahead and set this thing up so we can jump on it again, I do want to point out that this is fairly lightweight, probably weighing in at just between 25 to 30 pounds. So it is easy to pick up and move around where you want to. After making our adjustments, let's go ahead and test it out. A little bit stiffer, and I'd say I kind of like the softest bounce I can get as long as I'm not hitting the bottom. When I jump, I'm good to go. Give you a little close-up of this thing in action. As you can see, pretty quiet. Don't really hear much when you're jumping on it. Now, I do also like that there's kind of this little protective flap that goes all the way around. and that's going to cover up these metal latches. That way make sure you don't catch your feet in there when you're jumping. Now you can wear your shoes on this thing or go barefoot, but they also do provide you with 2 pairs of these little BCAN sticky socks. Let's go ahead and test those out. Oh yeah, baby, lots of grip. Let's go ahead and cover a couple of things to think about before purchasing one of these BCAN Rebounder trampolines. Number one, what is the difference between the BT4 and like the BT3 or the BT2? Now the biggest difference is going to be the fact that this is going to be a one-piece frame, and it's also going to come pretty much pre-assembled. So the assembly process is only going to take you about 10 minutes, where with some of the other versions, you're going to have to not only assemble this top frame, but you're going to have to put every single one of these bungees on as well. Now, another big difference is just going to be adjustability. Now, not all BCAN Rebounder trampolines come with the options of kind of the stronger cords plus the lighter duty cords. Some of the other versions just come with these black cords, which work honestly just fine. But if you want to kind of make those little tweaks and change the adjustment, then this is a pretty good way to go. And the third difference is going to be that this T-bar goes higher and lower than some of the other options. It's got 5 different adjustments, and it also is going to come with this kind of cool little phone holder as well. And of course, you're not required to use this handlebar at all. If you don't want to use it, these legs will support this just fine, and just take these screws off and don't even mess with that. So there you go. That's pretty much everything you need to know about the BCAN BT4 Rebounder trampoline. Now at the end of the day, this thing's easy to assemble, easy to adjust, and it gives you a great workout as well. So for those reasons more, I'm easily giving this thing a world's greatest dad 2 thumbs up, and I say, go out and get you one.